Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by again today. I left America because I didn't want to work until I was 80 years old. It wasn't because I don't like America. Despite what I say about America, still a great place to live, but it's expensive. I recently watched a short video. It was either by Business Insider or CBS. I'm going to put it in the link. And was talking about older adults in the workforce in America. And they talked to three people. A lady, 80, one guy was 82, and one woman was 84, who were still working. Not because they wanted to, but because they had to. And it shows you how out of touch with America I am, because I've been gone almost 8 years. That it's not unusual to see people 80 and over still working. Now, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, 1 in 5 people 65 and over in America are still working or looking for work, the highest in decades. But this is the number that tripped me out. By the year 2030, which is just around the corner, ladies and gentlemen, it's already 2026. The number of people 75 years and older in the workforce is expected to increase by 96.5%. These people are driven by financial necessity. Having a job is no longer a choice. It's a necessity, ladies and gentlemen. The average Social Security check over there is about $2,100 a month. That's if you had a good job. But the average cost of basic necessities like housing, food, healthcare is about $2,600. The math ain't mathing. So they have to go back to work. Now, in these particular instances, the lady was 80 years old, earning $18 an hour. She had lost all the equity in her home, but it's coming back now. The 82-year-old guy, mathematician, college educated. At his peak, he was earning like $115,000 a year, but because of some bad financial decisions that he made, now he's a part-time substitute teacher, working 3 or 4 days a week, earning about $150 a day. And he said, if I miss one of those checks, something is going to have to give. It's going to be a domino effect. And I'm thinking, what is really going on over there? Because this guy, they showed him he had put these compression bags on his legs at the end of the day. I mean, they're pushing themselves. He's 82 into work. 84-year-old woman was driving Uber out of necessity, ladies and gentlemen. But even before I watched that video, I already knew in my mind that I wanted to retire early enough at a reasonable age so I could enjoy my retirement. I didn't want to work until I was 80. But I knew I had to make some sacrifices if I was going to do that. See, what you're going to notice if you go watch that little short video is none of these people were willing to make any sacrifices. They wanted to hold on to their homes, their possessions, their lifestyle, because we're Americans. We're very materialistic. I even looked that up. I said, where did we get that from? Why are Americans so materialistic? And they gave 3 reasons. Post-World War II economic growth, aggressive advertising, and social media. So now we're in a culture that equates personal worth, success, and happiness with owning luxury goods and keeping up with the Joneses. Yeah, owning possessions is proof of your achievement. But see, I knew from coming back and forth over here to the Philippines for 9 years that when I finally retired in 2018, I knew I was going to have to make some sacrifices. I knew that there was not going to be any 65-inch television sets. No silly Posturepedic mattresses, and all the other foolishness that we buy, ladies and gentlemen. No gold chains. I don't even own a car. I take public transportation everywhere I go. Not being cheap, not being frugal, but because I want to stay retired. I don't want to be in that number of 1 in 5, 65 and over when Walmart greeter or whatever it is like that. And what happens is these people, then at the end of the video, they tried to spin it. Oh, my job gives me purpose. Well, I can find purpose somewhere else besides working on that job, man, okay? Because that's terrifying. I can't believe it. It's unbelievable. It shows you how out of touch I am, man, that you would still be working at 80 years old. I've got a sister that's 75. She'll be 76 this year, still working because she got a mortgage in her 60s. Yeah, it's crazy. The math ain't mathing over there. I knew that of all the things we talk about over here, I could do one thing in the Philippines I couldn't do in America. I could survive off my Social Security, no matter what it took. Okay, no matter what it took, there's no lazy boys in there. There's none of that stuff, and I live good. Just being in the Philippines is enough for me. I don't have to have the fancy infrastructure and all that stuff. I don't have to have that fancy stuff. Okay, they don't live, this is not a materialistic society. I could wear this stuff 2 days in a row and nobody would even care. They wouldn't even be paying attention to me, ladies and gentlemen. So you got to make sacrifice. I became a minimalist, basically. There's nothing in my house that costs over $500. It used to be $300 until I bought a new split air con system for $500. My living room set. This is good stuff. My televisions. I still got 36-inch televisions. I've got a nice dinette set that I paid about $250 for. Hell, my whole house that you see right here, I paid $20,000 for it. Yeah. I'd gotten rid of a lot of that materialistic stuff before I got over here. I was no longer buying new cars. All my cars I was paying cash for. As a matter of fact, I was paying cash. I was trying to pay cash for everything before I made the move. So yeah, one of the things you're going to have to do if you want to retire and stay retired, you got to make some sacrifices, guys. So thank y'all so much for stopping by. This was already in my mind. If you look on my, because I'm going to talk about it on my live stream in the morning. I was going to talk about it today before I watched the video. When you put this stuff out there in the ether, somehow it comes back to you, guys. This stuff is real. It's not spooky. But it's terrifying to think that I would still be out there putting square blocks in the square holes at 80 years old. It's unthinkable for me. I'm not going to do it. Even before my YouTube channel hit, even before my Social Security kicked in, I was able to live comfortably over here for $1,400 a month. And I was taking care of 6 people. Me, Marilyn, our 3 children, and her mother. Yeah, the lockdowns helped because he couldn't go anywhere. But you're not going to see that fancy stuff. I don't have a Harley Davidson or any of that stuff that we buy. I've got an Oppo phone that I'm making my video on. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm not trying to impress anybody. All those days are over. Okay? So if you're in America, if you're in the Philippines, wherever y'all find your heart to help somebody, not a day goes by that I don't help somebody. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. Don't do anything stupid. Start saving. Start downgrading. Start making some sacrifices. Doing whatever it takes. So when you retire, you can stay retired. That you don't want to be in that number. You heard that song. Oh, Lord, I want to be in that number when the saints come marching in. Now, you don't want to be in that number. People 75 and over. in the workforce in America by 2030 will increase by 96.5%. That's ludicrous. That's insane. So all that partying and all that stuff, man, it went out the window a long time ago. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't skirt chase, I don't do any of that stuff because I want to stay retired, guys. Okay, I punched the clock. I sold time for money for so many years. I'm going to manage my own time now.
Boots on the ground, don't do nothing stupid. Give that man his flowers, a tribute through music. If I don't know nothing, I know one thing. When we help others,